Alright guys, so I wanted to address a couple of things that I've been hearing about me from our other members. And one of those things is that I am not qualified to run the union. And when I hear that, I mean, I guess that would make sense if we weren't all bus drivers. And the way you have to look at this is that the only people who are allowed to run the union are union members. And to say, well, you're not qualified. Well, really the only qualification is that you're a member of the local ATU for 2 years, according to our international constitution. And the other qualification is that you're either nominated by your peers or elected and voted for. The people want you. The people who you work with want you to represent them. And I can tell you right now that the way the union is being run, there is no democratic system that is being laid out for our members. You can go to the union meetings and you can ask questions, and you can ask questions, and you can lay out your concerns, and I promise you, you're going to leave there disappointed because you're always getting marginalized like I am now, being told I don't qualify, being told that there's nothing to see here. Move along when I go to the meetings, and that's how they dismiss you, and getting bullshitted out the door, being told lies, blatant lies. They will lie to your face. Okay, so do you want people running the union that treat you like that? Because if they're treating me that way, and they're treating me that way, and all I'm doing is asking questions and laying out my concerns and holding them accountable, which is my duty as a member, and citing the laws and citing our rights. If that's all I'm doing, and I'm getting this kind of pushback, the amount of dismissal and the amount of marginalization and just the amount of bullshit lies that they tell me, I've watched them sit up there and tell the other members, oh well, you're not allowed to see all of my receipts that I bring to the meeting that prove a lot of my claims. You're not allowed to see that. We won't let you see those things. Because I tried to hand out documents that prove my claims, and they're like, no, you have to give those back. You're not allowed to have those. So, which is fine. I mean, I'm going to post it all on the website anyway, and I'm gonna talk about it on my YouTube channel, and I'm gonna cover it all. But the point is, I'm being told that that I'm being told that I'm not qualified, and I'm being told that I'm some sort of, okay, so the second one is I'm supposed to be some sort of agent or something or an inside man for TransDev. Like, what? I wouldn't even know how to begin to disprove that. But I mean, people can say whatever they want to say. But if I'm some sort of inside person for TransDev, why would I be fighting for union rights? Because everything that I've claimed against the union, it has to do with union member rights. And it has to do with union members being able to have an opinion, being able to talk about not only just having an opinion but talking about it, but also having it heard. Because the current people in office right now, the feeling I get from them is that they don't care what we think. They don't care what our opinions are. They like our working conditions. It doesn't really matter, because all they care about at the end of the day is that they're able to take our money, and everything that they have constructed with the bylaws speaks volumes. And it's very upsetting to see things like Article 15. It's very upsetting to see rules that lock in our members into the union without the option of leaving until their start date. They make you sign a paper, which is not enforceable because it says in Arizona legislation that you can't enter into a contract like that. So it's not enforceable and it's not legal. And I have the papers to prove that. Not that they would ever let you see it, but they want to lock you into your contract. They want to lock you into a contract with the union for your dues, because this way they don't have to gain your favor. You're locked in. You can't get out of the union, so they pretty much got you locked in for the year. And they do that because they don't want to tend to your needs. They just want to take your money, and it pisses me off because they should have to earn our votes. They should have to earn our membership. Arizona's a right-to-work state. They have no right to lock us into a contract like that. Members should be able to leave whenever the hell they want. And that's why I feel like I need to run, is because I'm not offering to run the union per se. I'm offering to lay the groundwork for a democratic union. I'm offering to hold the union to account for its bylaws that we're going to have to overhaul, with a quorum the correct way, and any quorum that can't be produced will be cast to a vote by the executive board. That's why it's vital that we get the right people into the executive board that have the best interests of the members, so that they can overlook the bylaws that the officers are going to be passing. And if the members aren't able to form a quorum, they'll have direct access to that 150 that they're supposed to represent. That's another thing, is that the executive board members each will be responsible for the 100 people, 150 members that they are said to represent. They're going to be harassed. The executive board members are going to be harassing 150 members to participate in the union, to vote their opinion on the forums and all that good stuff. So the reason why I want to run is because I want a democratic union. I want a union that services its members, that gets their opinions, and creates a system that might as well say harasses their members for their opinions, and has a democratic system in the bylaws that enforces these things, and committees that enforces these things. Officers are supposed to just be a leadership role. That's what it's going to be. They're going to be a leadership role. They're going to be defending you, defending the bylaws, defending the ideas of democracy, and they're going to be defending defending members at the union, or they're going to be defending the democratic system at the meetings, and they're going to provide that service for you, and they're going to hold training camps so people can learn the democratic system, that is the bylaws, the union member rights, state and federal, the most important parts of Parliament, that is the Robert's Rules of Order. Has been around for a very long time, no relation to our current leadership, and we're going to make sure that your voice is heard. You're getting your money's worth, and you're going to be running the union. Membership is going to be running the union. Whatever the membership votes for on the forums and stuff are going to be held up at the meetings and in the committees. There's going to be executive board members in the committees from each management company. One steward per committee that's going to represent the officers, and that's going to be upholding the ideals of democracy inside of all the meetings, with all of the committee members, and like I said, we're going to be working on those buses with you. We're going to work out a deal with management to get our officers back on the buses, or back at working at ACI or whatever it is. I have a Class A, so if I have to go work for ACI, and this is why I'm trying to get people to run that are going to retire. It'll be easier that way. If you're retiring, run for officer, please. And if you want to run with me, I would love it. I'll put your name out there. If you like my ideas, run with me. We can run together. I'll put you in all my sites, my information, my social media. We can do it together. I already got some people in mind, and we're working those things out. If you're retiring, I love it, because it'll give you something to do in your retirement as a member. This way, it's less of a hassle, because I'm ready to work out a deal with the management companies, and it's not illegal. It's kind of shady, but it's not illegal, and it's better this way for our members, for management to take on the payroll for our officers rather than our members, because this whole paying our officers these ridiculous salaries we can't afford it. Our union cannot afford it. We have enough fucking problems, excuse the French, and we need that money to go toward getting a better contract. That's what unions exist for. Unions exist to create a democratic process for our members' voices to get out there and get heard in the community. I saw a picture at Target the other day. It has the police department, the fire department. They're out there winning over the communities. They're out there. I saw a picture at Target. They're out there working with communities to give back to the less fortunate families out there who don't have backpacks, who don't have school clothes, who, they work with PTAs to help with the education system. They work with they work with the community in general. We need to be doing those things. We need to because we have things like Prop 408. This shit gets real political real quick. Prop 408, which that's where a lot of our money comes from, for infrastructure, for the freeways, for us, for public transportation. And we need to be winning over the community. We need we need to be working to get better contracts. We need to be going, you see, leadership. We need to be going to the city council meetings. We need to be involved. This is why you need to know Robert's Rules of Order, and we're going to have training camps for people who want to learn, because that's how they hold city council meetings, is in a democratic system. They post it on YouTube. Watch them. And we need to get involved with the community. We need to get involved with the local government. We need to get involved with Maricopa Association of Governments. We need to do lobbying, independent expenditures to help sway campaigns on both a federal and a local level. Mostly on a federal level, because we need to bring in more federal funding. There was $108 billion available for the entire country. The city of Phoenix brought in $500 million. We need to go to Washington, and we need to talk to the congressmen, the senators. We need to we need to have a political action committee that we're going to funnel money into. As a political action committee, we are allowed to spend money to affect campaigns, as long as we don't directly associate with them. We can spend money on attack ads. We can spend money on independent expenditures. We can hold. We can hold. So the Super PAC would be that. Super PACs let you do that stuff. But we can hold other PACs that we can do fundraising as individuals, and we can raise money for them. And there are ways to raise money for politicians that determine where money goes, and we can help them maintain their seats. We can't work directly with them, but we can affect elections, and we can vote on it. And I can convince you guys, this is what being a leader is. It's convincing the majority that this is what's in the best interest. Using facts, using citations, using evidence, and this is what I'm bringing to the table. And if I get elected president, this is what I'm gonna be pushing for. And it's not all up to me. It's up to you guys. It's up to the other officers that we need to elect to support this kind of thinking. And here's the thing: when we bring in more money from federal funding, and we use known methods for bringing more money into our local communities, we position ourselves to be able to negotiate a better contract. Those are just the facts. That's just how it works. And this whole AFL-CIO association that we're a part of, it's partisan politics. We don't need to be part of that. It's a losing game. Partisan politics is a losing game. We have no interest as a union in playing partisan politics. We need to be bipartisan because there are Republicans and Democrats both in our union, and we're not about politics. We're about representing the people that work for us, about representing our employees. That's bipartisan across the board. That's the progressives, that's the liberals, that's the Republicans, that's the conservatives. We're capitalists. Our union should be capitalist. We're not liberal, we're not progressive, we're not Republican, we're not Democrat, we're not conservative, we're not independent. We're all of those things. We're not one of those things, we're all of those things. And all that matters is putting food on the table and putting money in our pockets. Oh, my family's here, I gotta go. I'll talk to you guys later, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I have things to do, and I wish I could talk longer, but I really gotta go. Bye-bye.